Hi, I'm Colton DeBiase, and welcome to the Pioneer Spotlight, the interview show where we bring you an inside look of Point Park athletics. I'm Colton DeBiase, and today I am pleased to be joined by a member of the Point Park men's basketball team. He is number 33, Mr. Garret McHenry. Garret, thank you so much for spending some time out of your day to be with us.
Thanks, Colton, for having me. Appreciate it.
So, Garret, it's been a long and interesting season so far through these 10 games. How would you assess how the year has gone so far for you guys?
I think it's been a great season so far. I mean, we're just so grateful to get the opportunity to be playing right now. The hoops and leaps that the administration has made to be able to put us in a position to play. We're just so thankful to get out there and compete. We know we don't take it lightly and for granted that we're getting this opportunity, and we want to just do the school justice by going out there.
What are some things that you and your teammates have tried to do to stay focused, knowing that COVID has interrupted the season at various times, not just for you, but for everybody?
Definitely just wanted to keep a positive mindset, and we wanted to just instill the mindset that we're going to do it together and that none of us are doing it alone. I mean, we all know this is unheard of. None of us have been through this before, so we just really are trying to bond through it and go through it together and just hold each other accountable and just making the best of it, no matter what we have to do. If a game gets canceled because a school couldn't come to play or a practice gets canceled, just try to remind ourselves that we're just trying to get better each day, no matter if we have to do an inter-squad game because of it or whatnot. Just take each and every day and do it together and go through it together.
So how was it playing those inter-squad games earlier in the season? Because it just seems it had to be fun knowing you guys were competing against each other.
Yeah, it definitely was interesting. I mean, we practiced for so many weeks leading up to those games that you feel like it's just another day of practice almost, but then you put the jerseys on and you get the warm-up music playing and the feeling in the gym and stuff, and you just get excited. Even though you're going against your teammates and stuff, you're still excited to go out there and compete and have a good time with your friends and teammates.
And going back to COVID, do you guys have to get tested regularly?
For when we were playing these D1 games, we were having to get tested regularly. We've actually been blessed and thankful to have been not really interrupted by any of the possible outcomes that could have happened with that, but we were testing regularly throughout the week and getting that done and doing that to play in those games and to stay up to date on it and stay healthy.
Yeah, and speaking of those Division I games, you guys got a lot of experience playing Robert Morris, Youngstown State, Kent State, and Stony Brook. So what did you guys get out of those experiences playing those big schools?
We learned a lot from those experiences. I mean, anytime you can play schools at that level, you're going to learn something, you're going to take something away. I mean, we're so grateful for the opportunity to play these schools. So to not only be playing right now, but to be playing schools of that level and that caliber, I mean, you learn a lot about yourselves, and we did learn a lot about ourselves. I mean, we learned that we can rebound with the best of them. Anytime you can out-rebound a D1 school, and not only do it once, but do it twice, it's outstanding. I think it says a lot about our size as a team and our rebounding ability as a team to go out there and do it with the best of them.
What was your biggest challenge on the court-wise against playing those guys?
I think our biggest challenge as a team was just adjusting to that speed and size and athleticism at that level. I mean, it's definitely a different pace, and I think we saw that through our experience through going through those games that we definitely adjusted to it, moving forward from each game and learned from each game, and definitely got more comfortable playing at that speed and that level.
So now that the team is back playing here in January, you've had some wins and a few losses, but you've won your last 2 games. What has been the key to those last couple of games to come out with victories?
I would say our defense. I think we've turned it up on defense definitely a lot. Our intensity we've adopted the mindset that we're going to make you work on offense and you're going to have to earn everything. So I think just adopting that has given us a whole new identity as a team, and that's led to our offense and has given us easier opportunities and led to us having a better connection and rhythm on offense and being able to succeed more as a group, and has led us to these last 2 wins and hopefully to continue on.
And now, what is the goal for this year's team, and would you say that you guys are within reach of achieving them?
For this year, our team, we set out we wanted to win the conference. We wanted to win on the road, and we wanted to make the national tournament. With all being said, with Corona, I think that we still have a very real chance at winning the conference. It might be adjusted this year, but in some shape or form, I feel like we have a group that can go do that. We won on the road already. We beat Ohio Christian and Carlo on the road, and looking to keep that going moving forward. In the national tournament, I mean, however it falls and however it looks, we just want to put ourselves in the best position to give ourselves a shot to be in that tournament at the end of the year.
And focusing on you individually, what made you decide to transfer here to Point Park a couple years ago? And where were you before you came here?
Before I came here, I attended a D3 school called MIAA College, and once took 1 year there. Then I transferred to Butler County Community College, 30 minutes away from here. And then took a gap year actually after that year. Didn't know what I wanted to do. And then got recruited to come to Point Park when Coach Joe came in, and really just the determining factor of me coming here was I felt like Point Park was a place where not only I wanted to succeed in, but the people around me wanted me to succeed in and wanted to put me in the position to succeed in. I felt like it was a family and they wanted it just as bad as I did. And when Coach Joe came in, he came in with the promise of winning, and I wanted to win, and I knew this was the place to do it at.
And so what are you majoring in, and when will you graduate, and what are your future plans after graduating here?
I'm a sports arts and entertainment management major. Right now, I'm looking to graduate in the spring, hopefully, all things considered. And after school, right now, I'm not really sure where I'm headed. They're kind of weighing my options right now to see what's to come. I know we get an extra year of eligibility, so kind of seeing what will happen with that. If I'm blessed enough to continue on my basketball career, I will definitely move forward with it and not take any of it for granted. And if it's not, move on with whatever else life brings my way.
Have you been thinking of taking advantage of that extra year of eligibility yet?
It's definitely bounced around my mind a lot. I've discussed my options with my coaches and my parents, and definitely weighing my options. It's hard to tell right now, being in the middle of this grind of a season and stuff. So definitely trying to focus on that first, but trying to figure out and going to listen to my coaches and my parents to figure out what's the best next move.
And finally, Garret, you played some of various levels of college basketball, which, as you mentioned, in the NCAA and then in a community college as well. So what would you say about the MIAA for those who don't know much about it?
To not write it off or underestimate it, just because you might not know what it is exactly, just because you might not hear that term all the time, there's some good competition, and to not overlook it just because it might not be something that you initially would have thought about, but there's definitely some good competition, and it's just a great environment, and definitely an environment that wants you to succeed, and is definitely student-athlete oriented.
Garret, thank you so much for joining us today, and also best of luck at your game tomorrow at Rio Grande here at the Student Center.
Thanks, Colton. Thanks for having me.